What's up, everyone? So I have a problem with female characters. But before I get to that, I want to make mention that I'm thinking about changing my username back to Germinator, because if you think about it, it was kind of the perfect username. I mean, on one hand, I don't like germs. I'm like, killer of germs, you know. But on the other hand, germinate happens to be a word that means to cause to sprout or grow, or to come into existence. Example would be an idea germinated in his mind. And I'm all about that stuff. I'm all about ideas and growing and creating new things and spreading my, I don't know, awesomeness. Awesome, epic, cool legitness, as I like to call it. Because Ampwitch, think about it, like say I become big one day, right? And you're talking to a friend, hey, have you seen Ampwitch on YouTube? Ampwitch? What the heck does that mean? Is that like a witch who drinks amp or something? What the frick? You know, it's going to be a little bit awkward. Though then again, it's kind of like my name put into a username. Kind of like people like Markiplier and Tobuscus have. You know, for me it could be Ampwitch. I don't know. I'm still debating between the two. Maybe Ampwitch could be an alter ego, like if I become a musician or something, and then the Germinator can be my username or something. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. So anyway, now the topic of the video. I have a problem with female characters in movies, specifically modern movies, because they seem... Have you ever noticed this? They're always powerful women now. They can do no wrong. They have no faults. They get in and out of situations with no help. They're all bad A, and there's never any jokes at their expense. There's never any, they don't tend to have that many derp moments. They're just flawless almost. A few examples I can name off the top of my head based on my memory. Thor Ragnarok, what's her name, Valerie or whatever. Like the whole movie, Thor and Bruce Banner and them have, yeah, spoiler alert, Bruce is in the movie, seem like idiots at times. There's jokes at their expense, or they get hit in the face or something. They have dumb moments, whereas she never does. She's just all like bad A, and yeah. She also bobs her head a lot, like what the frick, like just like a bobblehead. Okay. I was thinking about making a Thor Ragnarok review, but let's be honest, no one's gonna watch it. So I'll just mention that part there. Rey in Star Wars 2, whenever she's in a bad situation, she gets out of it all on her own. From what I recall, like she gets captured by Kylo Ren, but she escapes all on her own. Near the beginning of the movie, she was struggling with those people on Jakku, but she beat them up, got out of it all on her own. Try to think of one time. There could be a couple, but I just don't remember them on the top of my head anyway. And I'm too lazy to watch a whole movie just for research purposes. Has there ever been a joke at Rey's expense? Or you get the point. I'm not sure if I'm wording that right. Has there ever been a derpy moment for her? Has she ever been kind of dumb, or needed help from other people, or had a fail moment, make a mistake? Any of that stuff? I can't think of anything. Maybe you can. But then look at Finn. He's all of that, like 100 times over. He's just always derpy and have these dumb moments, and he just gets his butt kicked around all the time, and he just he's running away. He's like the comic relief. He's like an idiot. It seems that female characters are always strong, independent, can do no wrong, whereas male characters are always the idiots and making mistakes and, oh, derpity derp, you know, make jokes involving them and stuff. Basically, the whole message is men are stupid and females are strong and can do no wrong. And it's kind of a slap in the face to the male audience, to be honest. But at the same time, it's boring, because female characters don't really have much depth to them. They don't have that many struggles and learning to overcome, because they're already all powerful. They're already, I mean, sure, they can improve or whatever, but it's so boring that I can't even think of a good analogy because I'm so bored right now. They're always bad A and kind of leaders, and there's just nothing ever happens. And also notice the double standard, how men in media can get, and heck in our society, they can get hit by women, but not vice versa. I mean, obviously, I think you shouldn't hit anyone. I mean, that's just not nice. You know, I don't want to get hit. What do you mean, never hit a woman? What about me? What about not hit anyone? I mean, if you're already going as far as to hit another guy for no real reason. Notice how in The Last Jedi, yes, I'm talking about Star Wars a lot apparently, it's only women in the leadership roles on the good side. All the males are just making these dumb mistakes. Always goofy or silly, you're being stupid, you're being reckless, or something like that, whereas the women are always just can do no wrong. There's even a point at which Leia straight up slaps Poe in the face. What the frick is that about? Imagine if the rules were reversed. Imagine if Luke slapped Rey in the face. There would be an outcry, man. Or would there? I mean, I know he slapped her hand once, but as far as like slapping people in the face, I don't know. I'm just saying, it seems to be this sort of double standard. Just keep your eyes peeled. Now you're not going to be able to unsee it now that I mentioned it. In the next movie you watch, in the next commercial you watch, in the next, just, I don't know, whatever, the TV show, keep your eyes peeled for that trope. The men are stupid, the women can do no wrong, and are always bad A. What's another example of this? I don't know, I feel like Solo, maybe. I haven't seen it, but correct me if I'm wrong. This is pure guessing game, I hope I'm wrong, but I'm gonna try to explain the characters. Han is getting himself into trouble and stuff, and that's, you know, just classic Han Solo, but he gets into bad situations, a lot of learning moments, a lot of derpiness, a lot of jokes, silly moments at his expense, and that one female character that I don't know the name of and don't really care. Bad A comes in to save the day. She doesn't have any clumsy moments. She never has to, there's never really much growth for her because she's always powerful, always saving their butts. Let me guess, she's witty and snarky and sarcastic. Did I guess it right? Perhaps I didn't. I have no idea. I don't know. We'll see how right I was. Maybe I will see the movie if it comes to Netflix. Give it a shot. See if I was right. I don't know. See, what other movies can I list on the top of my head? Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, no, they're all stupid. Those jokes at everyone's expense. I mean, sure, there's movies where all the characters are stupid, I guess, but sometimes it's the males that are more so. Like, within that dumb group, the tropes still exist to a certain degree, I guess. What other movies out there? I'm sure Jurassic World's that way. I haven't seen it. Man, there's so many movies I haven't seen and I'm out of the loop of. But do I care is the question. There's, stroking my non-existent beard at this point to make myself look intelligent as I try to think, and I'm stalling, beating around the bush in order to make it look like I'm actually thinking and not actually having a big, huge brain fart where I can't think of anything at the moment, and I'm just, rambling on, stalling even more at this point. Can't think of anything. Crap. I don't watch much aside from Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. I have realized that about myself. I gotta get out there more, man. There just isn't that many interesting movies, I guess. Maybe there is, and I just don't care to watch them. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's just this thing called money, and it doesn't grow on trees. Although, it's made of paper, which comes from wood, which does come from trees. So maybe I'm wrong on that. But I can't just go chop down a couple trees willy-nilly and then just shave off a bunch of stuff however the heck you make paper and then just... I can't just go rummage through my brother's Monopoly board game and then just use counterfeit money. You know what I'm saying? This stuff ain't free. I have to pick and choose the franchises that I most enjoy and just cherry pick those and just write it out, man. Write it out like Batmobile on a Friday. I don't know what that means, but do with that what you will. You guys tell me, are these tropes true for all of them? I'm sure you guys are out there more than I am. I'm sure you guys are filling those movie theater seats, whereas I wouldn't. The empty space right next to where I would be, and you're just setting your popcorn there because no one wants to hold it, and you're just sitting there having the greatest or the worst, depending on what movie it is, time of your life, and just wondering why you spent your money on this, or you're glad you spent your money on this and your eyeballs are enjoying the scenery, cinematic epicness that is the big screen where the light blue rays shift and focus in a bunch of pixels before your very eyes of people that were filmed however many months ago and compiled and edited into this great project that you now beheld in the arts of. Okay, I'm done rambling on at this point. Point is, I don't get out much and watch all these movies, but I'm sure you guys do. So do these tropes exist? You tell me. But that's just something I've been noticing, at least in the stuff that I see, which isn't that much, especially under Disney. I feel like you have the same characters every movie, it seems like, just different faces and different names. I don't know, it's just an observation I had. Now, I'm not saying that women have it all 100% good in movies and in media and all that jazz. I'm just saying in big blockbuster action movies, they're usually the ones who come save the day and are the smarter ones, like on a higher level than the male characters. Like the male will be like Mount Kilimanjaro and the women will be all Mount Everest all up in here. I don't know how accurate that is, but you get the point. You get the point. I guess flawless. I don't even know how else to describe them. That's all I got, really. But hopefully you get the picture of what I'm painting with my mind here. I'm trying to convey through this lens of my crappy webcam. I don't know. That used to be a thing for female characters, right? Is they used to be the damsels in distress and they always needed help. But now it's a complete 180 where they never need any help. It's like, does it have to be to one extreme or the other? Can't they just be good, relatable characters who have struggles but can still be strong and smart, but can still have dirt moments and still have things to learn and grow? You know what I mean? Like, they can need help sometimes, and so can the men, and they can be bad A sometimes, and so can the men. Just make them all different. Don't make the same characters for every movie, and don't make it all one-sided, like this way or that way. Just mix it up a little bit. If you have to have a character who never does wrong, and at least switch the genders once in a while, I don't know. Just come on. I'm not even sure if they're doing this on purpose. I think it's a lot of it might be hardwired into our brains at this point. Like, that's just the classic character trope that you go by. Heck, I'm an aspiring author and I'm struggling to try to get past this whole idea. Might have some rewriting to do because I want my stories to be a little bit different. I want them to be equal opportunity. So I'm gonna have to read what I wrote so far. If I'm not mistaken, I went by this stupid thing. I don't know. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, though, because I want to be wrong. I don't want this to be true. I want there to be fairness with the gender. I want it to be so fair that there's just Ferris wheels and roller coasters all up in here and stuff to buy at stalls, and as long as those stalls are, labeled as such accordingly. Men over here, women over there, people who want some alone time over here, Apache attack helicopters over there. I want it to be so fair that the taxi driver is like, dang man, this price is huge, pay it up, or get out. Now, doesn't that seem unfair? I have no idea. Point is, I want the genders to be balanced, like that thing in the produce section at a grocery store that tells you which fruits are more chemically altered than the rest, or more calorie ridden, and see what you're getting your money's worth. Because as I said before, money doesn't grow on trees in a way that you know how to get it and that is legal. To see which one is the fittest, because the smaller you are, the cheaper you are. So why aren't Jews midgets at this oh, okay, that was bad. That was bad. That Hollywood is telling me I'm supposed to be stupid and all the girls can do no wrong, you know what I mean? It's dumb. And it's boring, because all the female characters are already, like, at the top peak that they can get. It's like, what's the point of even watching if there's no... I mean, okay, yeah, there's development to be had. What am I saying? But I'm saying, as far as their character, there's really not much to learn from mistakes, since they never make any. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Hopefully you guys get what I mean. It's hard to put things into words sometimes, but that's it. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Maybe you can list more movies as examples, more TV shows, books, whatever, commercials, yada yada. Or maybe list some examples of modern movies in this decade, and maybe early 2000s too. Nah, more so this one. Movies from this decade, modern media, that has women being stupid or kind of pushed around, or derby moments, jokes at their expense, or them making mistakes and having to grow and learn from them having struggles and needing help from other people, and men being the bad A ones who can do no wrong, or well, that's just an extra, but mostly just about the women ever being at least on the guy's level, you know what I mean? And I mean in a way that isn't like some big political statement or some underlying theme that reflects the real world that we all need to learn from, something tragic. No, I mean just legit comic purposes, like they have in all these action movies with men. And yes, I'm filming a day later because there was a few more points I wanted to add in there. Deal with it. Like those people on Deal or No Deal try to not lose tons of money and fail miserably. Don't judge me. I have a concept of time, okay? I'm editing this in. Be lucky that this isn't another video. I was just adding a few sentences, but now I'm going on a rant here. Okay, this is important. I have to place myself in there. I have to assert my dominance among myself. There's multiple me's here competing with each other to see who's the best. Which day me was the better me? Is it the past me? The present me? More present me? Because time is an illusion, okay? You're hallucinating, right? You're in the Matrix. You are in the Matrix. Okay, I'll shut up now. Post your comments down below. And also, again, let me know your thoughts on, maybe put it in the same comment if you want to, like different lines, like you're making two different comments, what my username should be, and your thoughts on this whole matter of the topic of the video. So anyway, I'll see you guys in whatever next video I make. I need to turn on the AC again. It disrupts the sound of the video, so I've been sweating this whole time. So I'll see you guys in whatever next video I make. Goodbye. And I'm not saying that I don't like female characters, and I'm not saying they can't be good. A few examples of good female characters would be, where the roles are reversed, would be Felicity Jones from Arrow, for at least the first couple seasons anyway. I mean, she seems to be very kind of like clumsy, shy, whereas Oliver's kind of put together and kind of bad A. But even still, later on, she has to, since he's the main character, he has to go through all these struggles, and she's kind of like a support thing. and trying, like, moral wise, she has to convince him to do stuff. Another example would be Laura Danvers, I think, Supergirl from the CW show. She is also kind of awkward and clumsy and has her derp moments, and she has a lot of growing to do, a lot of training and stuff like that to overcome. She needs help from other people. Another example, I guess, if I'm not mistaken, would be, I think her name's Caitlin from The Flash. So basically, DC's CW shows are doing okay in that department, from what I recall of them. As far as the big blockbuster movies, at least, big action movies, they're usually few and far between, and I honestly can't think of any. Wonder Woman, when she's adapting to the regular human world in her movie, I guess DC knows what they're doing, kinda. If nothing else, the roles are at least reversed sometimes, so it's at least a breath of fresh air to see that once in a while, as opposed to just always men are stupid, women are always flawless and powerful. Yeah, there's definitely a way to do it right, and there are good female characters out there. I do like a lot of the female characters in blockbusters, despite this issue being present. It just, now that I've realized this about media, about modern media, it, yeah. Now it's bugging me.